on a mission to solve data-related problems using AI.
We want to actually simplify this whole procedure and also make it available for everyone, not only for the big enterprises.
He is creating a cost-effective AI-enabled data analytics platform.
Converged homogeneous platform called BangDB, which actually allows you to deal with all these complexity in a very simple manner.
NewsX India A-list proudly recognizes Sachin Sinha for excellence in data analytics.
Hello and a very warm welcome to NewsX A-list. Today I'm joined with Sachin Sinha. He's the founder and CEO of IQLECT. A very warm welcome to NewsX, Sachin.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here today.
Sachin, tell me about the mission and vision of your company.
See, our mission is very simple. We want to simplify and democratize in the way data is being ingested, processed, and analyzed so that the usual companies, big or small, could actually leverage the intelligence of the data and apply it in the ongoing operations. And then, take the benefits of the data that we all call data is the new oil. So we want to actually simplify this whole procedure and also make it available for everyone, not only for the big enterprises.
So how do you aim at simplifying it? What are the solutions and the tools that you're providing to your customers?
See, what we have done is we have created a platform. And if you take this platform as a black box, then on top of it, actually, we have created a set of solutions. These solutions are actually domain-specific apps or applications. Okay. So, if you think of iPhone, it's a converged platform. But on top of it, actually, you get so many apps. And based on your own likings and requirement, you go to App Store and install and configure, and you're ready to go. In a simple way, let's say, in the same way, if suppose, hypothetically, you assume that we are able to do that in the data area or the analytics area, then we can actually achieve the same simplification and the widespread acceptance and adoption of the platform. So we have created different applications, different solutions, catered directly and specifically to different domains. And we allow user to just sign up and take those apps, and they're ready to go off the shelf kind of manner.
If you can share with us a couple of your product lines that you offer for your clients.
For example, let's say you are running a consumer internet business and you want to understand every single user in a lot better way.
Yes.
So that you can actually engage much efficiently, and also you have a better conversion rate at the end of the day. So you can take our app. There is a Shop IQ app, and actually you can just plug it in, and instantly you will start getting the all the intelligence and the score of every single customers or the visitors, and then you can actually take appropriate action. Similarly, suppose if you're running an operation and if you want to monitor the infrastructure for any breakdown or potential problems or any transaction issues, you can take the similar apps from our app store. Okay. You can install and you're ready to go. So it comes with a fully loaded KPIs, a lot of machine learning models, which allows you to deal with the prediction. And also it takes action on your behalf so that your operation is continuously running and efficiency is actually assured end of the day.
Over the years, what kind of clientele have you had majority? Has it been a particular sector that you've seen more reach towards your product, or has it been universal?
See, since we deal with the product, we are not into servicing industry. Yes. So the product is actually, in a sense, if you see from broader level, it's a horizontal in nature. But on top of it, there are specific solutions for different dimensions or different domains. So we have seen people using it from different industries. Example, big industries dealing with the infrastructure or the devices, from the smaller one who are running very small shops on some different platforms like Shopify, to some different payment companies and monitoring the transactions, and to some infrastructure company running the different servers, and they want to monitor the security issues or the downtime. So it is actually across the sector, but specifically we focus on infrastructure. For us, everything is infrastructure. Even the consumer internet, we call it infrastructure end of the day.
One product that is a highlight in your products is, we talk about BangDB. Can you tell our viewers a bit more about this product, and we'll discuss further about it?
See, if you see the current scenario, the data is actually changing. The way it is being generated, the way it is being consumed or ingested, and the way it is being processed. There are a lot more things to be done in order to actually utilize the data in proper way. Now, we actually getting more data from the machines and devices that we ever got earlier, 2-3 years ago. And now there is a demand to actually combine different kinds of data. So for example, text is one data, image is another data, video is another data, voice is another data. If we are hypothetically able to combine all these data, then we are talking about potentially huge scenario, huge opportunity. Now, if you want to do that in a simple way, you need to take 5 different things from different vendors, different open source or from enterprises. And it becomes ultimately your responsibility to stitch them together and create a platform so that you can do something about it. Instead of doing that, what we have created is a converged homogeneous platform called BangDB, which actually allows you to deal with all these complexity in a very simple manner, end to end. And then you can actually
to us. Can you help us understand how that works?
So, for example, let's say that you want to monitor. Let's say you are running an e-commerce company, and you have a lot of visitors on your website. But then you are not just running the business. There are a lot of infrastructure running beneath. There is a transaction happening. There is an order going on. There is a fulfillment center. There is a customer care. Then there is a whole set of infrastructure running on cloud or local premise. Now, if you want to, let's say, understand the ongoing operation in a better way, you need to take all different data sources and put them in a single place so that you have, first of all, you have a unified view of the operation that you are running. The second, once you have this ability, then actually you can actually correlate the different data, come up with the intelligence, which is a lot more useful. And this intelligence will actually give you the opportunity to not only deal with the ongoing operations in much more efficient way, which will cut cost and make sure that downtime is not there, but it will also allow you to have a better customer experience, engage with the customer in a lot better way. You will understand the root cause, the scenario, what's going on in your business. And end of the day, it's beneficial for everyone, the user, the customer, the visitor, and the business guy who's running the operations. So you could take the BangDB, and it actually gives you everything inbuilt. You don't have to worry about taking 5 different silos from different vendors. Everything is pre-built, kind of off-the-shelf manner. You take it from the shelf and you plug it in, and then you do certain things, and it starts immediately. And then it gives you opportunity to deal, add a lot more things based on your own requirement.
So can you explain to me about the streaming abilities of BangDB, because that's an important feature?
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. See, all of these data sources that we're talking about, let's say camera, devices, sensors, log files, user, customer, these data are always streaming. They have been streaming since day one. It's just that we actually put them on disk and then we analyzed in hindsight. Now the scenario is changing. We want to analyze as data is being generated. If you see from a layman perspective, data like vegetables are perishable in nature. If you don't use it immediately, the value is down 80%. So the first thing you need to do is capture the data so that you can extract the intelligence. Streaming comes and helps us in capturing, ingesting the data, doing the necessary structuring so that it gives you opportunity to process and extract the intelligence. BangDB comes with the inbuilt streaming engine and processing workflow, which actually can you can utilize to ingest any kind of data. It doesn't matter what the shape, size, and color data you have. As long as you've got the data and you've got the BangDB, you will be able to ingest the data.
And how have you incorporated artificial intelligence in BangDB?
That's an awesome question. As we are moving forward, if you are able to see the cross-section of the future pipeline, you will see 3 things there: data, AI, and of course, cloud computing and all that.
Yes.
Now, AI is necessary ingredient of any processing, any operation. Now, if you want to, let's say, do some prediction or we understand what is going to happen, let's say, instead of actually doing the autopsy or forensic, then we need a predictive engine in place. Now, to implement the predictive engine, you actually go and again take the AI or ML framework to someone else. And that becomes a complicated process, not only from the operation perspective or from your implementation perspective, but some of the use cases you can't actually implement because it requires such a low latency in terms of doing it so fast. So you need AI to be present where the data is. Instead of taking data to the AI, we need to take AI to the data. Okay. And to do that, we need to put AI right where the data is. Since BangDB deals with the data, we cannot sort of offload the responsibility of AI to the user. Hence, what we have done is integrated the AI right where the data is within the BangDB. So once you have the BangDB, you have the AI, you have the streaming, you can ingest the data, you can use the AI to do the predictive analysis, and hence you can actually do a lot more things which are very, very complex as of now. And you can do it on the BangDB in a simple way.
It seems to be that BangDB is going to simplify the entire functionality of data in those in the parameters that you're putting it. My last question to you, Sunil, would be about how much do you think India is tech prepared for companies like yourself?
Yeah, see, BandDB is, I can tell you with high confidence that we are the only company from India who has created such a core tech platform. It's a hardcore tech stuff. And I can tell you with very high confidence also that in Asia also you won't find this so far done by anyone. So in a sense, we are unique in terms of creating something which was so complex and overwhelming to start with. At that time, when we started, the market appetite was not as good as it is today in terms of taking the risk, because this is quite innovative, futuristic, aligned with the future.
Yes.
India has been predominantly, followers market, but slowly, last 2-3 years or so, we have seen that at least the risk-taking ability is actually increasing, even though we try to target the North America or the US. But slowly we have seen that there are a lot of people who are interested in some novel stuff, some new things being done from India, because they also are trying to do some innovative stuff. And they require partners who can actually complement them in a true sense.
Sunil, thank you so much for speaking to NewsX, and great for your innovations and all that you're trying to bring about in a space which is very important, and for bringing it about for India being the utmost now where we want to be now, the change makers when it comes to technology. Thanks a lot for speaking to NewsX.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here today. Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.